Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in snowy Calgary, Alberta. Just trying to adjust my screen there. Sorry for the close-up. How are you today? It is Friday, December 9th. Crazy. Is it 9th or 8th? Today's the 8th. I would stop and think. December 8th. Tomorrow's December 9th. Oh my goodness. Time is flying by, you guys. How are you doing? I love to hear where you're joining me from. Hello, Anek from the Netherlands. I believe it's dinner time for you. It's so funny, the different times of day, right? It's like 9 o'clock in the morning for me, dinner time for some people. It's like middle of the night for some people. Good morning, Margaret from Virginia. Hi, Leanne from Red Deer. Are you guys getting the snow that we're getting? Oh my goodness, it's coming down good. I don't think we were supposed to get this much, but you know what? Just goes to show the weatherman is not always right. We had a great night last night. My husband and I went out. We went to his Christmas party for work, and it was a very informal kind of, well, not informal. I mean, we knew about it, right? But it was not one of those big foofy parties where you get dressed up in this big gown and all that stuff. I love it. We went to like it was called the Palomino downtown Calgary, and they serve, oh my gosh, the best food. We had yummy food. We got to like wear our jeans and a nice top, and it was just very casual, and we had a great time last night. So I was so happy we went. And you know, you just never know who you're going to meet. My husband was talking to people that he used to work with over 20 years ago, like when we first moved to Alberta, people he had not seen for all these years. And then we made this connection last night. There was two of them. I forget his name now, but anyway, him and Kevin were talking, and they were talking about their daughters. They were talking about their daughters going to university. And, you know, it turns out they're both 18. They both have 18-year-old daughters. And they both go to the same university at AU Arts. And I think his name was Steve. I can't remember. That's terrible. I was just there, I was listening to, I was in the conversation, but I didn't remember all of it. He said to Kev, he's like, did your daughter have a final exam today? And he's like, yep, it was in art history. So they kept talking. And he's like, wait a second. And then they found out, like, he mentioned that his daughter's name was Molly. And I'm like, oh, rung a bell. I'm like, oh, Amanda has a friend named Molly that she talks about all the time. And he's like, I think Amanda might have been to our house. Like, and then, so he took a selfie of himself with me and Kev, and he sent it to his daughter. And I kid you not like 3 minutes later, Amanda texted us and she said, are you with Molly's dad? Like, what a small world, right? Crazy small world. So we made that connection last night and we just laughed. It was so funny after all these years, like 20 some years. And we have not known that our daughters were he hadn't seen him for so long. And then it turns out our daughters just finished the first semester of university together. What are the chances, right? What are the chances? So I said to my husband, I'm like, their two worlds just collided last night, right? So it was fun. It was fun. We had a great time, and it was so good to get out. You know, after COVID, my husband works mostly from home. He goes downtown every now and then, but it was so nice to actually be with people, you know, just get out and socialize. And I am a very social person, and you know how opposites attract. He's social, but I'm more of the social butterfly, I guess, if you had to give us a phrase. So it was really, really nice last night. I really enjoyed it. So that was last night. Yeah, it is a small world, Donna, like crazy small world. And we made that connection last night with our daughters. So I'm sure they were laughing. It is, yes, Janet. So today is Friday and it's snowing. The snow is coming down like just ever so gently, you guys. It's like the perfect Christmas Eve out there, but it's not Christmas Eve. Please don't let it be Christmas Eve. I have way too much to do for it to be Christmas Eve. Today's fun fold is a really easy one. You guys are going to love this one. You can whip this up in no time. I thought I would go with a quick and easy one for today because you know what? It's just before Christmas and we are all busy. And if you need gift card holders, this one is going to be a great one for you to be able to copy and make a whole bunch of them in no time at all, right? So let's flip the camera and get started. Oh, Jenny says, I wish it would snow here. Oh, You would like to have a white Christmas? Well, by the looks of it, I don't know. I think we're going to have white Christmas, but in Calgary, things can change in the blink of an eye, right? We could get these Chinook winds that come over the mountains, the Rocky Mountains, and we're not at the base of the mountains, but we're further out. But we do get these like crazy high temperatures, and the snow could all be melted by the 25th. Who knows? Who knows? Just got to roll with it. Nothing we can do about it. All right, let's flip the camera. I'm playing with Modern Garden again today, as I always do every week. I pick one bundle or one product suite and just feature it all week long to give you guys lots and lots of ideas so that you can fall in love with these things. And if you have them, hopefully you'll pull them out and make these projects along with me. Let me see here. Missing some of your comments. Hello, Roxanne from Southern California. Hi, Ethel. Thank you for sharing my video. Hi, Lois from Colorado. You're expecting snow later today too. Awesome. If you like snow. I mean, I like snow to go out and go snowshoeing and to go sledding, to go ice skating out in Lake Louise and Banff. Oh, so beautiful out there, you guys. I don't like snow when I have to drive somewhere. I am a nervous wreck on the road. I do not like driving in snow at all. I avoid it like the plague, let me tell you. I'd rather walk somewhere. I'd rather put on my snow pants and walk to the store than drive on slippery roads. That's just my beef. That's my only problem with snow. Okay, let's get started. Hi, Jeffrey. Sunny and 30 degrees in New Hampshire. Wow, that must be nice. 30 degrees. Oh, and I flipped you around to give you a look there. That's my backyard. It's just coming on down. Maybe I'll have to go out and make a snowman today. Yeah, who's got time to make a snowman? That has to wait between Christmas and New Year's. Maybe I'll make a snowman. Okay, let's flip and look down at my work surface here. Here we go. There it is, gently coming down. We're going to play some Christmas music in my craft room today, make it real Christmassy in here, and get in the spirit. Okay, so here's a look at my desk. That's the host code for this week, you guys. You got to grab this bundle. This suite is available. You can get... I didn't have a chance to check first thing this morning like I usually do, but yesterday everything was available in the Modern Garden suite. Let me show you what that looks like. I've got the paper on my desk here. It is on page 52 and 53. Let me open up my catalog and show you. You can get everything you see here. You can put in the one item code, which is 162240. For $95.50, you can get the stamps, the punch, the bling, the trim, and the gorgeous 6x6 paper. So I went through this a couple weeks ago about the retiring list. Oh, it was a few weeks ago now. And the red circles means that these things are leaving. So the Modern Garden bundle is leaving. The Blooming Pearls, the bling, is staying. The Calypso Coral trim is leaving, and the paper is leaving. We get to keep the punch, but not the stamps. So the stamps are amazing, though. I really, really think if you're going to buy the punch, go ahead and get the stamp, get the bundle, and save 10% off, and then you will have this awesome stamp set in your collection. All right, let's get started. The Garden Walk 6x6 paper, that's what I have on my desk here. I want to show you. There are, you get 8 sheets of 6 different designs, okay? And I've shown these before, but I've got them laid out here to show you again. We've got this one here with the Calypso Coral floral and then the background. We've got this one here, and I obviously need to order more because look, this is the last sheet I have of this one with the beautiful blooms. Then we've got, so the background of that one has the wild wheat stripes. Then we've got our Christmas pattern here with the poinsettias, and the background has some pretty peacock going down there. Love it. I can't decide which is my favorite pattern of all of this. I really like this one with the florals and then the stripes, the diagonal stripes. And then we've got some smaller floral patterns and some stripes. Again, some more smaller florals and stripes. And again, green. Garden green is featured in this one and some diagonal stripes. And then we've got this one, which I obviously have loved because I've only got this small piece left. Okay, so florals and then Calypso Coral patterns. So there we go. So here's a look at the very floral side And then when I flip this over, you can get a good glimpse at the more neutral patterns side, okay? So that's why I like to share that with you to show you like the versatility of the paper. Okay, so today I am going to make a card, and the feature piece I'm going to bring in is this one right here with the Calypso Coral pattern on it. And we're going to bring in a piece of thick basic white. Thick basic white is a great white for making card bases because when you put them on your mantle, they will stay put. They will be stronger for displaying. So I often use thick basic white to make card bases, right? So that's what we're using today. Let me raise up a little bit here and see if I can get a little bit more view. What we're going to do first is we're going to take the cardstock and we're going to pop it into the trimmer, and we're going to cut it down lengthwise at 4 1/4. So we'll get 2 of these out of one sheet, 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to turn this now, and we're going to score at 5 1/2 and 9 1/4. So let's extend my arm out here of my, not my arm, but the paper trimmer arm. And we're going to just, we're going to score at 5 1/2. And let's line that up to 5 1/2 over here on the edge. And then I'm going to extend it all the way out to 9 1/4, 5 1/2, and 9 1/4. Whoops, and there, my camera just bumped on me. Okay, so there we have it. I got another one for later. All right, we'll just put that aside for a second. We're going to do our cutting first. Calypso Coral, we need some scraps. I'm bringing in some scrap here. I need a piece that measures 4 by 3 1/2. So let's go ahead and we'll cut, how big is this piece? This is 8 1/4. Okay, so we're going to cut that at 4 and turn it and cut it at 3 1/2. 4 by 3 1/2. Okay, we also need another piece that measures 4 by 1 1/2. So let's take that piece, pop it in over here. 4 by 1 1/2. So 2 pieces of Calypso Coral. Now let's move on to our designer series paper. So we'll put that over here. We're going to use a single piece of 6 by 6 paper, and we need a piece that measures 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. They're 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. So let's count here. 1, 2, 3. 3 3/8. And then we need another piece, 3 7/8 by 1 3/8. Pop that back in, and we'll cut this at 1 3/8. Okay, so we need both of those. And we need one last piece, 1 7/8 by 4. So we're going to just bring this piece in, cut it at 4 inches, and we're going to turn it and cut it at 1 7/8 of an inch. So from that 6 by 6 paper, this is what I have left over, these little pieces here. Hold on to your pieces because you just never know. Sometimes you can use them, right? I hold on to all of mine. I put them in a little cello bag and hold on to them. All right, so I think I'm done with my trimmer. That's all my cutting. Now, all of this will be over on my blog, either later today or tomorrow morning. We'll see how today goes. It's going to be a busy day over here, but I will get this out to you. The video is my tutorial for sure, so you definitely want to watch the video. Even when I get the measurements and the cutting and the scoring measurements up, you definitely want to refer to my video for your instructions on how to assemble my cards, okay? I love video tutorials, and there's going to be a lot more coming up in the future. Just stay tuned. I do have more videos in mind for you guys. Okay, so this piece here, we're going to bring in the punch from Modern Garden. So this is the bundle, okay? So the stamp set is leaving, the punch is staying. Here's the good news. You can get them both now at 10% off, get them bundled together. And the other good news is, yes, the punch is staying. So we will get to play with this and be able to order it in the future. But I really think that you want to grab this stamp set. It is so, I've had so much fun with this stamp set this week. I really think it's very versatile. And I think it belongs in your collection. Okay. So what we're going to do, we can burnish and score our score lines first. I always like to do that first. So here's the middle line, the 5 1/2. Now the one we did at 9 1/4, I'm just going to fold that in like this. This is going to be our flap for our gift card holder. Okay, so I'm going to take this in my hand. I'm going to bring in my oval punch. I'm going to line that up with the edge, just like this. I'm just looking on both sides here to make sure I've got equal amounts sticking out. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm just going to punch that little notch, okay? So we're going to use the oval punch for that. Then what I want to do is I'm going to grab a little bit, and a tiny, tiny bit will go a long way. A little bit of liquid glue, and we're going to put it on the top and bottom flap here. And we're going to close that up. So close it up. You can either hold it with your fingers, or if you have some clips sitting around in a desk drawer like I do, you can just pop those on there and let that glue set up real good. You don't want this coming apart because this is going to be where your gift card goes, okay? Easy peasy, right? But look how I did that notch with the oval punch. So amazing. I love the oval punch. Okay, so let's bring in our layers now. So we're going to take our Calypso Coral layer. This is going to be for the front, and we're going to put this DSP on here. I like the 1 16th inch border going all the way around. We've got that one, and we've also got this one right here. So we're just going to glue these together. How easy is that? Super easy. Now, if you stick around to the end of the video, I have another one. I made 2 here. I actually made both of these this morning. So stick around. I do have another one to share with you. Oh, and I did the wrong side. Whoops, I did the wrong side. Can I get that off? Ooh, yes, okay. I'm talking too much, and I wasn't paying attention. I got glue on the wrong side. This is supposed to be the front. Okay, if you're fast. Now it's a little bit wet. Oh, the stuff that happens. Okay, we're just gonna let that set over there and let it dry, okay? Because I want this to be my other side over here. I don't want to feature all floral. I want to actually feature both sides of the DSP. So we're going to put the floral on here like this. And then we're going to flip that over. Let's put this over here to dry. And we're going to bring in some tear and tape. We're going to put a couple little strips on both sides like that. And we're going to just burnish and bring in my Take Your Pick tool to peel off. I'm just burnishing with my finger. Just going to peel that up with my Take Your Pick tool. See how easy that is? You don't need to use your fingernails. A wise person said one time on my video that my fingernails are not tools. And it's true. We have tools for everything, but not for doing, crazy things with your fingernails. They're going to break, and you're not going to like that, right? Okay. So take your twine, not your twine, it's called linen trim. This is the Calypso Coral linen trim. I love this trim, you guys. It is so fun. You can separate the fibers and make bows. You can do all kinds of stuff with this trim. It's really, really pretty. So I'm putting this in the center of my card. Just try to see where my center is. And I'm going to attach it at the back onto that tear and tape. And then we'll come in and we'll snip. And then I'm going to bring back my tear and tape and add another little piece on. This is a tip from my friend Christine. Did you guys watch the class last night? I wasn't able to watch live on YouTube when Christine was doing her class because that's when we had to leave to go to my husband's Christmas party. But did you guys see the Winter Meadow cards? Oh my gosh. Love, love, love that class that Christine taught. I have 5 kits left. Anyone in Canada wants a kit, I have them for you. And I'll be happy to pop one in the mail. You do need the Winter Meadow bundle to be able to complete your cards. And if you're in Canada, reach out to me and I will, like I said, get you set up with that. Okay, let's bring back our card base. We're going to take these clips off now. They're done. They serve their purpose. Then I'm going to put this on here. Like so. I like the white background. I was looking at this, I'm like, should I put it on Garden Green? Should I put it on Calypso Coral? And then I decided to go with the white to really make the colors of the DSP pop. Okay, so let's see if I can get this now to, I think it's dry for my baby bite. I didn't want to have to cut another piece because I don't want to cut into my 6x6 paper and not have all the pieces. And you use a lot of the designs on this one, right? So I could have cut into another strip, but I didn't want to. Okay, I like to show you little fixes because every mistake, I think I've made them all, you guys. I think I have made just about every mistake you could think of. But you know what? That's how you learn, right? Unfortunately for me, that's often how I learn. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to feature both sides of the DSP. And we're going to put that right there. Don't you just love that how this shows both sides? I love it. I mean, this design, I want to make a million of these cards. I totally do. And gift cards, I mean, my kids are older now, and as much as I love buying presents, sometimes it's hard, right? The trouble is real. It's really hard to buy the perfect gift for someone. But I like to, you know, if you like to give gift cards and then give some chocolate or give something that you know they're going to like, you could still make it a gift, but a gift card is always a great option. Now this piece here is going to go on the inside right over here. And I really wanted to put, I didn't want it to be so plain white on the inside. So that's why I have this second piece right here. And we're just going to add my glue to this piece. Add a pop of color to the inside. How about you guys? Do you like to make cards with thick basic white? I do, because they're strong and they also allow me to be able to write on the inside without having to add another layer, right? Okay, so there's the front. How easy is this, right? Super easy. So now we're going to do a little bit of blinging up on the front. So I'm bringing in my oval punch again, and I'm bringing in this piece of paper right here with the garden green flowers on the front, and we're going to use the background. I thought about using a piece of cardstock, but then I thought, oh, it's so pretty with the pattern. Let's go with this one. So we're going to go with this one, and we're going to put the oval. I think my favorite way to use the oval is to stack it, right? So we're going to stack this oval this way with 2 dimensionals. So let's grab the dimensionals, and we'll put them on both ends of on either end of the oval, and we'll stack it right over top of that linen trim like that. Okay, so then what I did was I punched out a whole bunch of ovals. You can be prepared, you guys. You can punch a bunch of ovals, and once you've got your ink pads open, you can whip up these cards in no time. So I'm just going to do one, but look, I can sit here and I can do mass stamping, right? I like to do mass stamping because it helps you to make a whole bunch of cards in a short amount of time. Okay, so I've got Calypso Coral ink. I'm going to stamp It's Your Birthday. All of the stamps I'm using are from Modern Garden. So we've got It's Your Birthday right here. So I'm going to stamp that, tap, tap, tap on my ink pad. I put it on silicone because my eyes are getting older. That's my story. And I can't see the white on white. So I like to use my silicone mat as a background so that I can visually see where I'm stamping. And I wanted to put It's Your Birthday down in this, I don't know if there's a corner to an oval, but down in the bottom right-hand corner, if you will, right there. And then I've got some white space up here that I can work with to do some stamping. So when I looked at this paper, I looked at the background of the package, right? And the packaging tells me that there's Calypso Coral, Garden Green, Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat. But I'm like, there's a lighter pink in here. There's a lighter pink. And I'm like, it looks like petal pink to me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use petal pink. So we're going to use some petal pink and Calypso Coral together for my floral. So the flowers that I'm bringing in this is going to be my background, and this is going to be my top flower. So for the background, we're going to do petal pink, and we're going to do the top in Calypso Coral. So what I want to do, you can do it both ways. You can do the background first, but I find it easier for this, in this case, to do the darker flower first. So I'm going to stamp the darker flower right there. And I'm going off the edge onto my silicone mat, but I'm going to be very careful to wipe that up before I put my hand in it, because that does not dry. It just sits on the rubber, or the silicone, sorry. And it will end up on another project or on your hands if you don't clean it up. So we're just going to go into petal pink, and I'm just hovering over the stamp, and I'm going to stamp down over top and add a little bit of that beautiful petal pink to the background. And you don't need to line it up perfectly. You can just line up the centers, honestly, and that will be just enough to add that beautiful light pink. I'll hold this up closer so you can see it. Can you see the petal pink on the background? And then you've got your Calypso Coral on top. And then for the center, I was like, oh, should I bring in Daffodil Delight? Should I bring in Lemon Lolly? And then I decided, nope, I'm just going to go with the light color that I have, which is petal pink, and I'm going to stamp the center of my flower in petal pink. All right, so then I'm not done with that yet. I'm going to stamp my stem. So there's a stem in the set right here. There's a stem and the leaves. I'm going to bring in Garden Green. Everything coordinates, right? Everything coordinates in Stampin' Up! World. So we've got Garden Green and we've got our little stem. So tap, tap, tap on my ink pad. And then the beauty of photopolymer presents itself again. I'm going to come in here and line this up under my flower like that. Look how pretty that is. I love it. Okay, so then I was like, still a little bit of white space to work with. And if you got stamps, you might as well use them, right? I got this little cluster from the stamp set. I'm going to stamp that up here with Petal Pink. We're going to come down here and stamp some more. And there we have it. Now, I wasn't quite done yet. I was like, okay, I want to add a little bit of color to the edges. So I've got my Calypso Coral ink and I've got a little sponge. You can use sponge daubers or you can use a little craft sponge. These are just the retired sponges that I've kept and I still use them to add a little pop of color. You could also use blending brushes to add color to the edges like that, and it just makes it pop even more. Okay, so before I forget, I'm going to just wipe up my ink off my silicone mat, and then we're going to put this onto the card front like so. Okay, so I'm going to use liquid glue because I've got a lot of layers going on here. I've got dimensionals underneath, I've got the linen trim underneath, like a lot of layers, and we're using thick white cardstock. So I don't want to put more dimensionals and make it super thick to cause extra postage to be required, right? So we're just going to put that on there with liquid glue, and there's the front of my card. Okay. Inside, let's look at the inside. We've got a little pop of color right here. We've got a whole bunch of white space right here. And the stamp set has this one right here. So it's your birthday. Enjoy your special day, right? It's perfect. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to stamp Enjoy Your Special Day with Garden Green. Tap, tap, tap. We'll stamp that right in the middle here. And then let's bring in the matching stamps again and just do this one more time. When you got your stamps and you got your ink out, you might as well just keep on stamping, right? So I'm going to stamp the stem, and then, you know, you can also do your envelope. Don't forget about your envelopes, right? And then I'm going to do this flower the same as I did on the front. So dark Calypso Coral, I'll stamp it right here. I don't want to stamp over my greeting, but I'll come close. I should have probably lowered it down. Maybe do your flower first and then do your greeting. You could do that. And then I'm just going to stamp Petal Pink over here. And then the center in Petal Pink. How fun is that? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so let's close up these ink pads. And we're going to just close up the card, and we'll add some bling from the Blooming Pearls. Blooming Pearls, it will also come in your suite. If you order, these are beautiful colors, you guys. You get a package here with Petal Pink. Look at that. So it's interesting because they didn't say Petal Pink was in the DSP, but it is in the Blooming Pearls. So maybe it was a typo. Maybe they meant to put it in because I see Petal Pink. Do you guys see Petal Pink in the background? I sure do. So anyway, I'm going to use the Petal Pink bling. I'm going to put one in the center of my flower right there. And then I'm going to use a couple of small ones. Let's see, where should we put those? I'm going to put them over here. I think one on my focal point is plenty. I'm going to put one right there. You can put more than 3 if you want to. And I'm going to put one right there. Okay, so there we have it. Like, how easy is that, right? Super easy. I have a gift card here. I can just slide that in. Right here like that, easy peasy. You got lots of room to, as long as you don't put too much glue, make sure you stay on just the edges here, and your gift card will be able to slide in and out, no problem. Close that up and it's ready for the mail. Isn't that fun? Or you can give it to someone. Let me share with you a Christmas version. I did, this one here is my Christmas version, still thick basic white. I used the Christmas pattern, and this is the opposite side of this DSP with the pretty peacock. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Now, the ribbon that I've used here is retiring. This is sad, so add this to your cart this weekend, you guys, if you're shopping, or today, as soon as you can. This is the, look how shimmery this ribbon, look at that. It's called Iridescent ribbon. Yeah, and they named it appropriately. It is so beautiful. So I just put a strip of that across the front, And then we have in the Blooming Pearls, which is going to come in your suite, right? The ones I just used. There's the Pretty Peacock pearls, and we've got Garden Green, we've got Gold, and we've got Petal Pink. So you got yourself covered. And then on the inside, I did 2 of the poinsettias with the wild wheat centers and another strip of the DSP. And then I did my tape mesh method, not my tape method, but the taping off, where I took this stamp set, I put a piece of Scotch tape over the bottom, inked it up, peeled off the Scotch tape so that I just got the best wishes instead of the whole entire greeting. Now, the whole entire greeting is best wishes for a fun-filled future together. That makes a great wedding card, wedding greeting, or even an anniversary, you know, something like that, or an engagement card, something like that. But if you just want best wishes, that's a little tip, is just to put Scotch tape over the part of the stamp you don't want, and then remember to peel it off before you stamp. So that's what I did on the inside of this one. So there we have it. So fun, right? Like, it's a simple design. You could use up a lot of the designer series paper that you probably already have and make it all coordinate, because that's the beauty of Stampin' Up! Products, right? Everything always coordinates. So there's my Fun Fold Friday. I hope you guys like this one. Let's do a little recap of what the cards look like that I did this week. I'm just going to bring them in here. On Monday, we played with the Global Design Project Challenge, and I brought in, the theme was to use letters. So I brought in a little sneak peek of these letters that are coming after Christmas in the mini catalog, but you can add these to your starter kit today. That was my card for the Global Design Project Challenge using Modern Garden. I used all the different little blooms here with bright colors. Made that card for Monday. Tuesday, we jumped right into Christmas and we made this fun card using wild wheat ribbon and Garden Green. Wednesday, we made this card here with the punch your paper. And then I showed a little trick here with the punch, and also with the linen thread, I separated it into 4 strands. There's actually 8 strands braided here, you guys. So I separated it into 8 and I tied a little bow. Yesterday was Thursday. We did this pretty card. I think this one's my favorite. I love the colors, the Pretty Peacock with the Poppy Parade. And again, we did a little bit of ribbon stamping here. And then today we have this card here. I made this one live, but then I'm showing you an additional one. So that's our week in a nutshell, you guys. What do you think? Have I sold you on this one? Are you going to order this one? If you live in Canada, don't forget to use my host code, you guys. I appreciate you all so much. I'm going to flip you around here. I appreciate you all ordering with me, joining my team, coming to watch me here. You know what, it just fills my heart with joy to have your support in my Stampin' Up! Business here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you all a great weekend. I've missed some of your comments. I will come back here. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, I'm just reading. Okay, I can't read all the comments right now. I will go back. I love reading them. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, or it could be Saturday where you are. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday morning at 9 o'clock Mountain Time for my next video. And good luck with your Christmas prep, all your stamping and everything you need to get done. And don't forget to just have fun. Just have fun with your stamping, right? It's always fun to stamp just because. Pull out your stamps and just make a fun card. All right, take care, everyone, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.